our lead developer and programmer, Ellie Bascoy. Has been with the freight management systems team for a while now, and pretty much anything that's going on in the system, he's our guy, right? He's making everything go. So it'll be very great for you guys to kind of hear the day-to-day things that, you know, he's working on, kind of the processes that he's working through to kind of help your system and help LoadPress Pro work. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Ellie.
Thanks, Raven. Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks so much for joining us. I wanted to talk to you today about EDI and DTS. This is these are services that we provide here at FMS that I think are just a really great, could be a really great business builder for any brokerage. Okay, so what is DTS? DTS stands for Data Transformation Services. EDI, which a lot of you have probably heard of, is one type of DTS, but there's many others. But let's start with EDI, since it's something, probably the most likely thing that you will have seen. So EDI stands for Electronic Data Interchange, and it's a computer-to-computer exchange of business documents in a standard electronic format between business partners. The keywords here are computer-to-computer and standard. It's you're sending a computer-to-computer, and the standard part is important because we all know how to understand each other, and it's an industry-wide standard. So who uses EDI? It's not just logistics. This is used in all types of industries, financial services, you know, all kinds of transactions and account management, healthcare. When your doctor sends medical records over to another doctor, they're using EDI. When they're sending prescriptions to your pharmacy, they're using EDI. The automotive industry uses it in their R&D to share knowledge with each other, and in their supply chain. Keyword here that pops out is supply chain. This is where logistics comes in with pretty much any industry that we work with. We're part of the supply chain. Now, how do our Load Plus customers use EDI? In logistics, it's used for tendering loads and accepting or rejecting those loads, for tracking loads, and for billing loads. So the different document types that you have are the EDI 204, and with this, you can tender loads, or have loads tendered to you. Pretty much any load data that you can think of can be transmitted in an EDI 204, from the pickup and delivery dates and locations to, you know, weight, volume, quantity, rate, hazmat, reference numbers, special instructions, the whole kit and caboodle. Then once you get in a load tender, you can accept it or reject it, and it would send back a 990 to let the person offering the load know what your decision was. And then from there, as you track out the load, you can send tracking updates to your customer. And then when everything's when all is said and done, you can invoice your load, invoice your customer for the load. By its very nature, EDI is secure. That's why you see the medical field and financial services using this. You know, these are, you know, Department of Defense uses EDI. This is as secure as it gets. And then any DTS that FMS implements is always going to have security at its heart. Now, another thing that we see quite frequently is that a lot of shippers will actually require this stuff, like EDI or sending data to third-party services. So a lot of times, being able to close one of your larger shippers, like a Home Depot or something like that, or excuse me, like a big produce shipper or something like that, they'll require you to accept loads via 204, to send them tracking updates via 214, to invoice them via 210. This is pretty standard, and having the ability to do this is a big plus. It's going to be a way to land some of these larger shippers and help you grow your business.